Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a talking Roblox, and to be honest, I was gonna make another talking Roblox video about the hatch, because I really try to keep like these talking Roblox videos about specific fads, trends, or big events or issues regarding Roblox. And honestly, I really wanted to make a video about that, but then I started watching other people's videos about it, and I kind of noticed that everyone sort of had the same opinion about, the hatch, and I agree with, the majority opinion, and I felt like I really didn't have anything to add to the conversation, so I kind of just was like, well, I could make a video and kind of make it like an echo chamber type of video, but with these videos, I really try to give like a specific perspective I feel like nobody else has given, kind of like with the retro slot video, because like I felt like a lot of people were really just hating on retro slop, and I kind of had a different opinion about it. So honestly, I just wanted to get my opinion out there. But today we're going to be talking about like Roblox cults. And honestly, I've wanted to make a video about this. I was honestly going to make its own video, but there's been this recent big Roblox cult that's been happening, or that's been like forming and being talked about a whole bunch, and I just feel like I should just say something now. And I might make a bigger video about this later on sort of the same topic with sort of the same themes I'm going to be talking about. But honestly, this one just deserves like its own credit, its own video, and I'm sure I'll reference other things in this. But I really want to talk about spawnism. So like the little star that you spawn on Roblox. I mean, they don't really have that as much anymore, but like most Roblox players know the spawn star. And honestly, I thought this little star was just too cute. I was actually planning to get a tattoo of this star because I really like Roblox, and Roblox has been like my thing forever. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a little Roblox star. And now this has me thinking against it, which really frustrates me, because I'm like, why you gotta turn a good thing into a bad thing? And you know what? I'm really glad. I actually have this really big fear that like I'm gonna get a tattoo and somehow it's gonna like turn into like some very evil, hateful symbol, and then I'm stuck with it and that reputation for the rest of my life. And honestly, this is one of those examples. If I got that tattoo way earlier, I totally would have been like, oh my god, this is so bad. And I really want to talk about the communities that are forming around spawnism. And there's a lot of different subgenres of these communities. I think, honestly, there's like a bunch of different ringleaders. They're making their own discords and their own community groups. And, they're just grooming all these innocent little children into their groups. And then they're making them do heinous things. And it's all different people, okay? There's really not one ringleader for the spawnism. I'm sure there's a guy that started it. But there's like at least 10 to 15 dudes making their own spawnism cult and getting minors to do inappropriate stuff just, for the sake of spawnism, but it's really because they're a bunch of creepy weirdos. And I really want to talk about the cults that are really forming in Roblox. This is a big issue. Roblox cults are becoming such a big problem. We see with like groups like comm groups that are forming from Roblox, like 764 and all those other little weird extortion groups, which I can make my own video about that and my own opinions and my own ways I think people should deal with it. That's a whole nother video. But like, I'm just talking about the existence of these groups right now. Like groups like Spawnism, 764, and a lot of these really radical racist groups that are starting up on Roblox are becoming so dangerous. And I feel like a lot of people aren't really like understanding like how bad cults are like becoming online. Like, this doesn't really apply to Roblox, but this is a very good example. There was this creator on TikTok who was like, I'm going to make a cult. And it gathered a lot of followers. People were like, oh, let's name the cult. And they named it the Waning Star Cult. And it was like almost in a matter of like a month, people were hurting themselves in the name of this cult. And it was crazy because the creator of the cult never even mentioned like the idea of doing harmful things to themselves. But it like bad actors come into these groups and they make their own subsections of the groups, and then they get people to do harmful things to themselves. And it just breaks my heart like so much. And it's like the original purpose. I mean, people have debated with this particular creator about the original purpose of this cult and whether it was actually malicious. And, I'm not here to contest that, right? But I'm imagining the original intention wasn't to be so violent. But like with things like spawnism, like it came from Forsaken lore and somehow people made it into a real thing. And then the poor creator have to address it and be like, this isn't real and please don't hurt yourself. Like it's the most insane stuff. And I just think it comes from these really bad actors that are just cultivating young and impressionable people from this game. And this also has to do with the racist groups on Roblox. I can honestly make my own video because I feel like a lot of people, with these like sextortion type of groups, they're very, very bad. But I don't think people understand how bad the racist groups are, like the white supremacists, the Nazi groups, like these really inappropriate racist groups that are on Roblox that go against Roblox's terms of service. And I don't think people understand how harmful these groups can be as well. While they aren't like contributing to like sextortion and stuff like that, they are radicalizing young children into very violent thoughts about different people that are different from them. You know what I mean? And it's like, it starts off with the edgy jokes, the dark humor, then it gets into like, well, maybe you should actually sort of believe these neo-Nazi beliefs or these really racist beliefs. It just dives right into, well, maybe these people don't deserve to live, like things like that. And it just gets more and more and more until this person ends up, committing a violent act. And a very good example of this is that one guy, I forgot what his name was, and I don't really think it's necessary to mention, but he basically was planning a terrorist attack on, I think it was like some sort of church. I think it might have been a mosque or something like that. He was planning a terrorist attack, and he was part of these Roblox racist groups. And like real world violence can translate from these groups. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not just the sextortion groups that are a problem, or these harm groups that are the problem. These radical racist groups are a problem as well. Like, they are genuinely indoctrinating kids into this mindset that some people don't deserve to live and action should be taken from that. And this isn't just a Roblox thing. These groups exist almost everywhere online at this point. I also kind of want to mention that a lot of these victims of these like cults and these groups, they're often like pretty young and impressionable. And a big issue right now is the lack of the third space. I don't know if y'all know what that means, but it's basically a place where you can go outside of your home and outside of work, where you can socialize with people. It's no new thing that, people, they're going outside less, they're staying online more, they're finding more friends online rather than in real life. So these third spaces are being created online, and they're often very harmful due to the lack of regulation around them and the lack of protection that it has for younger people. And so we see a lot of these young people who are trying to find third spaces online, trying to find a community online, get sucked into these very violent groups. And it's really just devastating. And I really think Roblox needs to take action when it comes to these groups. And I know this is like a really big stretch, and I doubt Roblox will ever do this, but they genuinely need to start making it where groups have to be approved by some sort of moderator before they're allowed to be posted. Because we see that there's all these different groups that are just being made day after day, day after day, day after day. One group gets deleted, another group gets like uploaded, and it's the same stuff. It's the same racism, the same weird sextortion and weird harm groups. And I feel like Roblox needs to like really approve one by one, be like, who's running this group, who's going to moderate this group, what's this group's purpose, and it needs to have some sort of moderator on each group. I don't care if it lessens the amount of groups there is. I feel like that's almost necessary at this point. There's too many groups on Roblox, and I think it's just getting way out of hand. It's getting way too dangerous. Another topic I kind of wanted to talk about was the Roblox dating thing going on right now. Like, not necessarily eating. I'm talking about David Baszucki's announcements about trying to implement Roblox dating, right? And I just don't understand this guy. Like, I don't get him really. But he wants to implement, Roblox dating, and he wants to add all these standards to, make sure kids can't get into it, and it'll make a wonderful experience for, young people to finally make friends and maybe find somebody to be with, and, all of that. Which, in reality, I know this is hard to say, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. But the problem is that it's impossible for Roblox to do this because they just don't care about their moderation. They don't take good procedures with their moderation. If this had been any other game that was strongly moderated, that was very, very careful with their moderation, what was on their platform, who's allowed on their platform, and took bans more seriously, I don't think this would even be that big of an issue. You know what I mean? Like, the concept of online dating being regulated, I guess, is fine, even if it's on a game that I think is transitioning to almost like a teen to kid game right now. The idea of that being like a thing isn't inherently the worst thing in the whole world, right? It's the problem that it's Roblox trying to do this. And we know from Roblox history that they just don't care enough about moderation to keep things safe. Like, look at Meep City, for example. Profiles, and the fact that it's still up right now is insane to me. Like, this is literally a kid's game right now. Like, I mean, I'm fine with Roblox transitioning, you know, to maybe being, you know, adults and teens more oriented, right? I mean, it's true, Roblox's demographic originally is sort of aging up. You know, older people enjoyed this game too, right? I have no issue with Roblox, you know, sort of aging up their demographics and stuff like that. But, like, you have to protect these kid spaces. Like, it's almost like, it's just insane that they're able to get away with this. And you know what's crazy? It's because they're not going to be able to get away with this very soon. I mean, literally the FBI is currently investigating Roblox for many different things. There's so many crimes happening right now linked through Roblox. And I just don't think that this platform is going to survive another 10 years with these amount of problems right now. So I'm really, really hoping that Roblox starts making changes. I mean, I can say that a million times over, and I know that, you know, it won't happen, but that's really, really in my heart of hearts what I want for this platform. Just a theory out there. Roblox only released the oof sound and, you know, gave it back to everybody after, you know, not wanting to pay for it because of this whole dating thing. Just to be like, oh, look what Roblox gives. You know, look what we got back, even though we never should have really lost it in the first place. But I feel like they low-key are giving us this so we don't have to talk about everything else and the whole hatch situation too. Like, I just don't like the way this company is performing. And I feel like, I don't know how to explain this, but I mean, I don't work at Roblox, but I feel like there's a lot of bad people working at Roblox, like their moderation team and, you know, who lets who in the doors of Roblox, right? And I think that it's not just David Baszucki that's the problem, right? He's an aspect of the problem. There's just a lot of bad people who work on Roblox, who are employed by Roblox, that are letting these bad people be a part of Roblox. Like, genuinely. And it's insane to me that actual very popular and very talented Roblox game creators are coming out and saying, hey, I don't even want to go to this Roblox event, even though it'd be in my best interest to network there, because there are creeps there that are known creeps that have been reported and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy that these poor creators have to say stuff like this, and they don't want to go to Roblox events for these reasons. I just think in general that, like, we, at least as Roblox people, should start investigating who's working in the company more. Does that make sense? Like, who's making what decision if we can? I don't know if there's any Roblox insiders there, but, you know, trying to figure out who's making what decision. And I think that will really tell us, like, you know, where the problems really lie, if that makes sense. I don't know. I've just been thinking this, like, we can say Roblox this, but it's like, who is doing this? Who at Roblox is making these decisions? Who at Roblox was like, oh, let's let Teddy in? You know what I mean? Like, that's the real questions I feel like really need to be asked right now. And it's crazy to me because I was honestly about to I think I will make a video about this in the future. I was going to make a video about stupid avatars on Roblox and rating little avatar worlds and stuff. But I felt like this was just so important that I had to make a video about this. You know what I mean? And I wasn't even going to drop a Talking Roblox anytime soon, but I just feel like these things really, really need to be said. So anyway, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I was going to talk about Roblox YouTuber drama, and I kind of touched on that in my last Roblox talking video. And honestly, I feel like it's just kind of pointless and kind of stupid for me to even mention it. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm like a big YouTuber or anything, but if I ever do, and if I ever want to meet with these people, I shouldn't be examining their business as like, you know, a viewer, but more like, I don't know, a coworker, if that makes sense. I feel like that's a little ambitious for me to say, you know what I mean? But if I want to be in the same space, I really shouldn't be talking about people's business like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to become like a drama channel and then sort of alienate myself out from any possible, you know, work buddies or people collabs or things like that. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm really sorry. I really didn't want to talk about like that type of stuff, but I feel like I should just address it because there was something that happened recently that I noticed, and I was like, oh, I could actually talk about this and like maybe might get some views out of it. But I was like, no, you know, like I don't want to burn any bridges before I even have a bridge to build. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I actually made a really cool outro for this video. I'm really hoping it doesn't get copyrighted. I threw it through the little copyright thing, and it said it wasn't copyrighted. It's a Laura Les song, and I really, really love Laura Les, like a whole bunch, like to the point where it's like probably a disease. But anyway, I wanted to add this really cool intro, and I thought it would be fun because I didn't expect my last video to blow up. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to get 1,000 views on a video. I don't think I really thanked everyone for this because, I mean, I had such a big conversation I wanted to talk about in the beginning of this video, in the middle of it, and all of that. But I really want to thank everyone. I got to 35 subscribers, and I know that doesn't seem like a lot. There's so many people with so many much more subscribers, but to me, like, that was impressive for just one big video, you know? I got 1,000 views on that video, and that's just so crazy to me. Like, I didn't even think like 1,000 people would ever view that video, because it was just so like meh to me. So I'm just really happy that, you know, and then people commented under it too. Like, it made me so happy. I mean, some people, you know, they disagreed with me, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna like kill you for a Roblox opinion, but like, it genuinely, it makes me so happy, and I really want to thank you guys. And if you're watching this video and you watched the other video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a very, very awesome day.